Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you all doing tonight? Welsh with the late. Welcome on in, everyone. Super pumped to get some final day testing in. It is here. It is happening. I am leaving for NAIC tomorrow, and fingers crossed it goes well. Tonight will be basically not my last chance. I'll still be obviously doing some testing over the next couple days, but tonight will be my last like real dedicated couple hours to just sitting and testing. So that is the game plan for tonight. I think I have locked in on what the deck is going to be. I think I'm feeling pretty confident. There are a couple cards I'm back and forth on if on like how many copies I want to include and like kind of like what I want to swap around to. But for the most part, I do believe I am locked in. Did some testing with my group last night. And got to play kind of some of the big main. They were testing the actual Dango, since I feel pretty comfortable with it. I kind of took on the side of like playing the counter decks. So I got a decent amount of time last night playing like Flareon, or Eevee Box, whatever you want to call it, which is basically our worst matchup for Goldango, since Goldango is a steel type. And you can die real hard in it. I watched the Team Rocket deck video. Buddy Poffin seemed kind of pointless. Buddy Poffin's super important in the Team Rocket deck because it gets the Spite Ops out. And if you don't have the Spite Ops, you're kind of in a bad spot. But also, I don't know the amount that I don't remember how many I ended up including in the deck. But that could very well be not the best amount. Because I haven't really tested. Only 2. Because it's for getting the tarantulas out. Early games, you can start setting those up. Because I mean, if it's just another way to get them if you don't pull. Who is it? One of the Team Rocket cards. Is it Archer? I can't remember who it was. Proton. But the thing is, Proton is your supporter, so it does get the 3 out pretty nicely, but it uses your supporter for turn, so you can't like Petrol to grab something, Giovanni, Ariana to draw cards. So it's basically another option. That's why we were only playing 2, but I haven't looked back at this deck after I recorded that video. So really what I'm interested for this Rocket deck, because like I said, I haven't put any time into thinking about it. I want to see how well it's going to perform this weekend. And I'll probably just take whatever the best performing Rocket deck is and use that as like a base for how I want to customize this. Because I do think this is kind of of all of the trainer decks, I think this is the one that's most interesting to me. Kind of because like Spite Ops is a cool ability. I like that, and also any excuse to get this art is pretty cool to me, so I would love to get a couple of those. I did pull 1, but to get a couple of them. And also just any deck that plays, or that Lily's Clefairy can fit into, makes me happy. This will definitely be a deck I want to take to some like locals eventually, but what we are playing tonight, what we are testing tonight, what I am playing to NAIC is Goldango. And Drakloak, technically Dango Polt, but I ended up dropping Dragapult earlier in the week. I haven't had a ton of time to test over the last week or so, but in the games that I was testing, because like I said, I have my tracker, I was using Dragapult in 0 matchups. Cornerstone has kind of disappeared from the meta, so I was like, yeah, not using Pult, I'm just going to cut that card because in most games, all it was just fodder for Ultra Ball or an Earthen Vessel or for a superior energy retrieval, so I just cut it. I ended up cutting 2 Rockets bombs just down to 1 to add in a second Earthen Vessel, because if Energy Search Pro gets prized and you don't have vessels, it's kind of rough. And then I also ended up adding the Rigid Band. I cut 1 TM Evo because in a lot of situations I wasn't TM Evoing, especially if the matchup was against like Pult or one of the other big basic decks that can immediately take 2 prizes. I didn't want to put 2 prizes on the board until I was ready for there to be 2 prizes. But in some situations, Team Evo is still good, so I at least wanted to leave 1. I don't hate having 2, but I'm just at a point where there's nothing I really want to cut. It's definitely different than the 60 my friends are planning to take. So 2 of my friends are also going to play Goldango. Their biggest feedback for me was they feel like mine's over-teched, and I don't disagree with them. I am kind of over-teched. But I'm over-teched for like my 2 worst matchups, which are Raging Bolt and Flareon. And then the Picnic Basket is kind of a single tech for Grimmsnarl. But I feel like a lot of people are teching in Picnic Basket. Like in a lot of different decks, I have seen Picnic Basket making an appearance. I will say Dango possibly struggles against Steven. Not too badly. Not too badly. Mainly because, I mean, it's the same situation of taking prizes. If I can take prizes first, it doesn't matter, especially since they don't hit for weakness. But I actually played against a Steven during locals last week and ended up beating them pretty easily. They had a little bit of a slow start, but we were able to take them out. That's the locals. I went 5-0 with this deck, won all 5 of my games. But it was also a local, so yeah. And it was first time people were actually getting to play Destined Rivals, so we can't put too much thought into that, and maybe I was just having a really good night. Do I want to go first or I want to go second? I want to go second because I don't know what this person's playing. This person's playing something with a Badoo. I want to make sure they can't Badoo me. All right. Start Gimme, start Gimme, start Dreepy. We're not going to put down Monkey Dory because we might not use Monkey Dory in the matchup. But I like that it's in my hand. Jamming Tower in hand's pretty nice, but otherwise this is a pretty dead hand. We've got no energy, we've got no trainers, or like no supporters rather. It's kind of a bit of a dead hand. Guess I should let enough stop using Discord fully. So I'd probably be here less due to not knowing me stream. Oh no! And it's pretty much the only place I really post the stream schedule. Otherwise, I mean, if you have on YouTube notifications, you'll get those notifications, or Twitch notifications, but I know both of those platforms tend to struggle with actually getting out notifications. I'm going to guess this is Joltik box that we are playing. Because of the sleeves that they're using and that they have a Latias out. I'm expecting us to see an appearance from... Oh, I wasn't going to say Joltik. I was expecting Miraidon to make an appearance. Nestball to Joltik feels pretty bad. Why would you not sit up your bench and Nestball Miraidon and then Miraidon out Joltik and all that? Because you already have a 2-prizer out, so what does it really matter? Yeah, kind of a bad hand. At least next turn I can evolve, but I don't have anything to evolve with. This is a really bad start for us. I can only hope that they're also having a really bad hand, and it kind of seems like they are. Kind of seems like they are. But so far, they have done nothing this turn. Also my first game I've played today, which is, oh, well, alright. I'm gonna say they also bricked. I'm gonna say they also bricked. But a win is a win is a win is a win. I feel, hey, that's the thing. That's why you should never concede. Until you know the game's over. Because they didn't know I was also bricked. I had nothing going on my side. So I very well might not have had anything to pull out there. All right, we have lost the coin flip. And I will be going first, which I'm kind of okay with, as long as we have like a strong opening hand. This is not the strong opening hand. Yeah, this is not the hand that dreams are made of. This is not great. A lot of issues I was having with Discord, just want to stay away. That's fair. Ooh, Giraffe Rig, playing against a wall deck. Yeah, what a terrible hand. Next turn I at least have Arvin if I don't get Iono'd. I have a decent... if I was going second, this would have been an okay hand. Shaman isn't really offering a lot, but they're there. They're here. Is my... I was like, oh shoot, did I plug in the charger? Well, there's Tenacity looking for a Stadium and an energy card. Yo, grab an Artisan for me if you want. So kind of you. So kind of you to put down an Artisan. Or an Artisan, I suppose. Artisan, not Artisan. Artisan. That is an O. It's going to be a little bit slower for us setting up, though, because we have no chance for an evolution next turn. Well, let's just hope otherwise they got a pretty dead hand here. I always forget I can use the Artisan. Oh, Artisan, such a strong stadium, especially for these Evo decks. Not a great stadium in, like, you know, a deck like Jolting Box for one, since most of theirs are like EX Pokemon. Alright, so this guy right here, we are not afraid of them. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's basic Pokemon EX. Good thing for us, we've got no basic EX attackers. You know what, we can hit a Team Evo 2, but well, I would need to use Energy Search Pro, and if I get Iono'd, that'd be pretty bad. Be pretty bad to get Iono'd here. But I think we might still just grab the Team Evo to have it in hand. But they have no energy set up here, so I feel pretty good about this. Also, does protect us from the Dirty Beam Shaman does to our non-Evo'd. We'll just grab the Team Evo just to have it. They honestly, I would not be surprised if they concede when they see what I put down here. Okay, we got a prized Goldango. But here's the thing. I'll have to switch next turn. Otherwise, I'll be a little screwed with who's inactive. I think we'll also go ahead and just drop the Nest to get out of Dreepy as well. Potentially draw into that low, give us some more draw power. Also thin the deck. I don't think Monkey Dory is going to be super impactful in this matchup. But if it comes to it, we can always... I don't imagine they'll be bumping this stadium anytime soon. But they might. I don't know what their A-spec in this deck is. It could be Neutralization Zone. But we have 3 different stadiums that we can use to bump, so I'm not too concerned. We're also nearing 1,000 soft resets. Fergraph just seems bad. Fergraph is pretty good when paired with Milotic. Milotic cannot be hurt by Terra Pokemon, so it's for that Dragapult. It's pretty good in that scenario. But for the most part, it's pretty, like, you're not wrong. It's pretty easy to just get around it. Now, like I was saying, not a lot of decks playing Cornerstone anymore. This deck is still playing Cornerstone, but this deck is also, because so many people have teched for it, it's not going to make it very far. Are you going to pull up Dreepy? Okay. I mean, okay. I feel like Shaman would have been a better... Alright, that's fine. I'm not overly concerned with that. I'm actually pretty fine with that. I do wish I'd have drawn into energy, though. Or into just a raw switch. I'm trying to debate what I want to do here. Do I want to give them a prize card? Not really. But here is the other issue. I don't have a way to deal with Cornerstone. I really don't have a way to deal with Cornerstone because I fully cut the Dragapult line. I mean, Monkey Dory is the way I can deal with it, but it does. I mean, I can put damage on it, but it does 140. So I guess Monkey Dory is kind of my attacker. They are my attacker. I know I could Picnic Basket here. Energy Search Pro. I mean, that'd be such an interesting Energy Search Pro, right? Pull all that energy. It'd be such a risky Energy Search Pro. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You should be a Vessel. Ridgeband. I mean, I know I could have Ciphered, but I didn't love the idea of a Cipher there. I think I'll just... I think I just have to let it die. Yeah, I'm just gonna unfortunately let them take the single prize here. Are they scared of a possible Pult? Yeah. Because Pult is really the only way I deal with Cornerstone. That's typically why there is one Dragapult in this deck to deal with Cornerstone. But here's the thing. Cornerstone themselves has such a little play at this point that I don't care to tech for it. We can hopefully gust around it, or just deal with it in other ways. But if they don't bench anything else, we're kind of screwed, and that probably is the route they're going to take. That's probably the route they're going to end up taking here. We're going to send this guy up. We are going to kill Fergaref here. That is the plan. What does Cornerstone do? So their ability, prevent all damage from attacks done to this Pokemon by any Pokemon that has an ability. So if the Pokemon has an ability, it's like Monkey Dory, Adrenal Brain, cannot damage it. Shaman has Flower Current, has an ability, cannot damage it. Gimme Ghoul, I can hit 50 damage for a tackle. Goldango has an ability, cannot damage it. So that's why a lot of people play Dragapult, because Dragapult does not have an ability, so it can kill. Yeah, so we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll come up with a solution. Will it be a good solution? Maybe not. We'll figure it out nonetheless. I will put that there. We will coin bonus one more time for a stretcher. We will boss this friend. At least take 2 prizes. Never hurts to have 2 prizes. Double check I'm doing 300 damage here. 100, 200, 300. Double check you don't have weakness or resistance. And 300 damage. So now my goal here is basically, my hope is that they are going to not boss and not gust and just attack into Goldango. So that way I can Monkey Dory and start moving some damage over. That is really my only win con here, is to kill this by setting up this Dreepy to do 40 damage. Which I don't love. Don't love that. They might be grabbing a Counter Catcher here, though. Yeah. And Hero's Cape. Probably would have been stronger to kill the monkey first. Hero's Cape I don't care about. I have Jamming Tower. But we have to start getting damage onto it. They're probably going to kill my monkey. No, they're just really afraid of the Dreepy, which is very fine. I would like to kill their monkey more than anything else. I'm going to send this guy up. More than anything else, I want to kill their monkey, so that way they can Adrenal Brain damage back. Yeah, they're just very afraid of the Dreep. We still have one more boss in deck. My Counter Catcher can't do anything, and the Jamming Tower is there. Alright, let's stretch her back to Dreepy. And let's make it rain, or let's coin bonus for 2. Venture Bomb's pretty helpful. Coin bonus for 1. But I don't want to use it until I get their monkey off the board. So let's throw away Picnic Basket and Team Evo. Definitely want to grab Fire Psychic, and then I don't care about the other two. Just that way I can start attaching to Dreepy here. And then I think I want to Cypher to go ahead and put Boss on the top of the deck. And not yet for Jamming Tower. Not yet for Jamming Tower. I don't really know what I care for the next card to be, because they got a small hand. Maybe just a basic... I already have Darkness in hand, but I already have Darkness in hand. In case I get Ionoed, we'll put another Darkness coming up. That way we can place it onto Monkey Dory. And then we shall pass around. Pass right on over to him. It's gonna be an interesting one. We might just have to play towards... If I was playing this for real, I think we would have to definitely play this a little bit slower at like our draw and just hope to deck them out. Or just play to a tie, which is not great. Not great. I don't know what they're going to grab off the Arven here. Countercatcher doesn't do anything, and honestly at this point they don't really want to bench anything. But we're also taking 30 less damage. They're only going to hit us for 110. Allows us to push 30 damage over to them. And then they'll hit us for 110 again, and we'll be sitting at 190. I can push another 30 damage. I can potentially Venture Bomb to get them up to 80 damage. Yeah, benching another Cornerstone. I mean, this honestly, if I sit across from this at the table, if for some reason someone's playing this, it's pretty much just a, yeah, you got me, well, I'll just take the loss. But also, here's the thing. This is not a deck that's going to perform very well for most of the day. So as long as we avoid this in our first couple of rounds and end up winning in our first couple of rounds, we're fine. Ah, Bud, how did you know that this is exactly who I wanted to see? Search your deck for 2 basic energy cards attached to your bench Pokemon. This, I actually wanted the Monkey Dory inactive, Bud. This is perfect. But if they don't bench down anything else, this would be such a long game. But we'll play it through for now, just for the sake of it. Just for the sake of it. We'll probably go ahead and Venture Bomb, since they didn't put any damage on my side. We'll at least kill the monkey. Cool. We'll attach that there. And we will... and we will... I'll just make it rain for 150. I don't think I need a coin bonus here. Just knock out their monkey, which does activate their counter catcher again. So we could end up seeing them counter catcher Dreepy again. And if they do that, yeah, it's fine. Bad matchup, like I said. I don't anticipate ever seeing anyone actually playing this, because overall this is a pretty bad deck that at this point most decks have outs to. I literally just cut my out because I don't expect to ever see it. Does Demolish somehow get through that? Oh, it's not affected by effects, which also does include... No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Also, not by that. I forgot that is also part of it. Let's boss to make them have to waste another energy, maybe? No, because I want them to hit. Right? I want them to hit, don't I? I think I do. I think I do, at least.
And we could just go ahead and hit the 40. Might as well. No time like the present. Fight for 40. Man, this is a rough matchup. We need to get another 120 damage onto them before we can Jamming Tower and get a kill. Why don't I devolve to Dracloak? Dracloak has an ability. So while it does more damage, it has an ability, so it won't actually do any damage. I guess send this guy up. Probably Cypher to put Turo on the top of the deck. It's kind of what I'm thinking we're gonna do here. Put Turo as a top deck. I mean, not really much else we can do here. You know what? I should have just attached to Gimmighoul on the bench. If I can get 3 energy on them, I can do another 50 damage. Probably should have done that. But again, I don't think it matters because I think they'll just be able to do enough damage over the next couple turns that I don't think it matters ever. Oh man, I should have flipped. I meant to flip actually. Oh, they're gonna penny. Oh, what an absolute loser. Yeah, they're not a loser. That's how their deck works. Yeah, I just don't even feel like playing this. Like, this is just not a fun. It's just not fun. Good for them. If you take it to NIC, you will beat me, but you won't beat just about every other deck that shows up. So take it and beat the couple decks that it does beat. But otherwise it loses to every other major deck, right? Which is why I felt comfortable cutting Cornerstone, because every other deck just kills Cornerstone with their main attacker, so it just doesn't matter. Every deck has an out to it. So I cut my singular out to it. Which, you know what, could end up being detrimental. And if it is, oh well, that's on me. But I don't think overall it's really gonna matter. Favorite part of playing TCGL? When my opponent wins the coin flip, it takes 20 minutes to decide if they want to go first or second. Of the two, I'd rather have Monkey out than Shaman. Not a great hand. No Arven, no Pokegear, no Buddy Buddy Poffin, no Stadium to even search, even get down 1. Starting 2 Duskulls. Could potentially be Dragapult, could be Charizard. Those are the 2 main decks from running the Duskull line right now. We'll find out what they put down. Maybe a Pidgey and a Charmander. Maybe 2 Dreepies. Maybe even a Badoo or Cleffa if it's Charizard. Could see a Cleffa as well. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. What is this deck? I'm sorry. What am I playing against right now? I'm sorry. What is my hand right now? I mean, if they have rare candy, they just win next turn. I guess I'll put Shaman here so that way I at least stay in the game. Like, that's crazy. What is this deck with a Smoliv and that's insane. What off-mana nonsense is this? Is the block? I haven't seen this deck at all. I don't know what this is. I mean, I assume from seeing the Smoliv that it's going to have something to do with that, but Oh yeah, I'm assuming Shaman isn't going to do anything here since it's damage counters, but I just want another Pokemon down so that way, because if they Grand Tree here and evolve to Dusk Noir, they just kill me and win. Alright, Zabala of EX. Choose one of your opponent's Pokemon 6 times. For each time you choose a Pokemon, do 20 damage to it. That's such a weird way to word that. See, that's so they would have just won the game. And I mean, I guess theoretically they could still win the game. Yeah, I've not seen this before, but yeah, 6 damage counters for 1 energy. That's pretty cool. Pair it with that. I don't know how strong overall it'll be, but... Although, this is pretty cool. Players can evolve a basic Pokemon on their first turn, yeah. I was like, I can put down Dreepy and I can evolve it next turn, which is pretty cool. I can also put down Pheasant Dippy, get some flip the script draw power. Draw into basically nothing of help. I guess I'll put both Dreepies down for just stronger draw power and go ahead and attach this energy so that way we can retreat out of active next turn if it comes to it. But I'm expecting them here to Grand Tree up another Duskull and take out one of my Dreepies. This is just unfortunate because we had a bit of a brickening of an opening. But hey, that's why we get these games out now. Why we want to get these games out here. Okay, no, actually they evolved up the Evolve, right? Did they do that because of the Grand Tree? They did. So they will do 6 damage counters here, but I mean, if they grab out Dusclops, it doesn't kill. They need a Dusk Noir, otherwise they're only doing 5, which puts it at 60. And they could put one of their 6 damage counters here. But again, that only kills one of them. Yeah, I've not seen this before. It is interesting. They only have 1 card in hand. I don't think we know what that card is. Because they played Ultra Ball to discard. Okay, so they're not popping this yet. They're going to take out 1 Dreepy, which is fine. Have the Loke in hand. And I get another Fez draw. But I think this is pretty roughed up. Oh, wait a second. It's not damage counters. It's not damage counters. You choose the Pokemon and you do 20 damage to it. Shaman actually does help us. Incredible. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. I thought it was damage counters too, but you choose it to do 20 damage. It's not damage counters. Yeah, fucked. That's so funny. Alright, we aren't getting a Gimme Ghoul down this turn. Or we didn't have one down. They just concede! Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. They thought I was about to attack him with Dragapult. Yeah, that card is worded very poorly. Like that is so poorly written. That's so funny. Chat, we are approaching the 1000th soft reset. Yeah, a small hedgehog will ruin their day. We're gonna move this up here since it's about to turn to 4 digits. I want to go first? No. I want to go second. Alright, how are you doing? Welcome on in. We're having some pretty cursed opening hands, though. Alright, playing against Marnie. A good old picnic basket here to save us, though. Please give me... please give me, like, Arden or TM or, I mean, TM Evo is good in this matchup. I was going to say, or Buddy McBoffin. Maybe they'll put out Artisan. Maybe they have it in hand. They play 2 copies of it. Yeah, good old Marnie. Marnie's Grim Snarl with some little Frost Slash. I'm interested to see how much of the meta share it's going to have over the weekend. I expect it to have a decent amount. I think Raging Bolt, Guardian, Dragapult will have the top 3. But I think after that, it's probably going to be Marnie. Oh, Cursed Hand. Cursed Hand. I mean, Rare Candy, that they just win. So let's play that. And I guess, we have to bench Fez. We have to bench Fez or we just straight up lose. So that's pretty disappointing. Let's Petty Grudge, because why not? I know they don't play Crispin. I know they can't get an attack off with Monkey this turn. They can push the 10 damage over all they want, but I don't care. Secret Box. Give me a stadium. It's going to be Spike Month and Rare Candy. Spike Month, Rare Candy, maybe Iono or Arvin. Get Buddy Buddy Poffin to get their snow runs out. And item. They probably grab TM Evo or Devo just to get it out to thin the deck, but they aren't going to do anything with it. But right now they don't have a set up board. Or they could also grab Buddy Buddy Poffin and put down Badoo and Badoo me. Buddy Buddy Poffin rescue board. Rescue board makes sense. Arvin and Spike Month. So for the most part I had it. The Arvin gets either the Poffin or the Rare Candy if they want to go that route. Oh no, they already had the candy in hand, that's why they skipped it. So they Rare Candy, they punk up. They get their energy out. Yeah, so had we not put down as we would have just lost. Spike Month to get another one. Put up. They do get the knockout here. If we don't draw into anything good, we do just kind of lose. So, let's see what we top deck and draw off the Fez. This might just be a concede, let's go next. Bum, bum. I'm sorry, why did you Buddy Buddy Poffin for an Imp and Imp? I don't think we really need... Maybe they think that, as far as they know, what they see right now is they're going up against Dragapult. So I guess in Pult, they do want that. Energy Switch, pretty good in this matchup. Hey, Nitro. How'd the tournament go? Which one? NAIC I go to this weekend. The locals I played in last week, I won. I was the only person to go 5-0. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. I was last week. Oh, nah, you're good. You're good. You're good. Nah, I go to that this weekend, so I'll be gone. No, this last weekend I was gone for a funeral. But this next week I will. Next weekend I'll be. Love a good brick session. Don't take that out of context. Oh, wait, I can't spell hard. Chat, so far we've been win-lose, win-lose. And of the win-lose, win-lose, we got conceded on, we conceded, got conceded on, we conceded. So far we've conceded. Or the opponent has conceded. Yo, bro, should I play Joltik or Snarl for NAIC? That's, you know what, that's a good question. That is pretty good. Joltik box, here's the thing. Do you feel confident with Joltik box against Raging Bolt? Because there's going to be a lot of Raging Bolt, and Joltik box performs pretty poorly against Raging Bolt. If you feel somewhat confident in that matchup, then you can do it. But then also, if you feel more confident playing Joltik over Grimmsnarl, I would say play Joltik because you feel more confident with it. But Grimsnarl is pretty good. Yeah, Bolt, same. That's why I switched off of Joltik box, because I was getting decimated by Joltik. Or not by Joltik, I'm sorry, by Rocket. I'm trying to Rocket. No, that's what I'm trying to type here. As Joltik, I got destroyed by Bolt. Grimsnarl though, pretty good. Grimsnarl though, just be prepared for the mirror matches. What is going on with me tonight, chat? What? I am just bricking. Like everything I do is a brick. Poffins prized. All my buddy Poffins are prized? How does that even happen? How does that even happen? Chat, it's just not good. It's just not good. That's what it is. It's just not good at all. All right. If you got it, you got it. If you can attach one energy and retreat, you got it. Better switch to Bolt for a while. Bolt is also not a terrible choice for an NAIC. Can you not see your prize cards from here? No, you can't see your prize cards. You can see your other cards, so if you know your deck decent enough, you can guess what your prize cards is, which is one of my least favorite parts of the Pokemon TCG. I think during your first turn, you should be able to pick up your prize cards, look at your prize cards, and then shuffle them and put them back face down. Because what ends up happening is your opponent, like you and your opponent both spend your first turn just digging through your cards, trying to determine what card you have prized. Which is, it is a skill. It's 100% a skill to be able to know your deck well enough that you can determine your prizes. But then it ends up taking like a good 2 minutes for someone to scroll through. And there is also timing, so you can be like, hey, I need you to pick up the pace, blah, blah, blah. But you're also allowed to spend, I want to say the rules is like a minute or a minute and a half on your first turn to check your prizes. But I would just prefer it so much more if you just go, all right, I start my turn. Pick up my prize cards, all right. I place them down. Or just right before the game starts. We shuffle, we place down our prize, or we draw our 6 cards that will be our prizes. We look at them, then we shuffle them and place them down. I don't know. Joltik has a great matchup against Snarl, it does. And Grimmsnarl is going to be fairly present. Grimmsnarl is going to be fairly present at NAIC. I feel like the biggest meta shares are going to be Gardevoir, Dragapult, Bolt, and then Grimmsnarl. I don't know what order the top 3 will be, but I definitely think Grimmsnarl will be the 4th highest with the meta share. And then I think we'll probably see something like either Goldango or Joltik Box. Because while Joltik Box has a horrible matchup against Raging Bolt, Joltik Box does pretty well against every other deck, especially the Evo decks, because you're just able to just, theoretically, amp you very much and get 2 prize cards. That is true. You need to hit boss every turn, but you play 4 boss and a prime catcher in most builds. So it is pretty easy to get it. Plot twist was we'll win NAIC. Oh, absolutely. Now, my goal is to make day 2. This is only my second high-level tournament. Now, to be fair, I have done pretty well at locals. I don't mind holding you up there for that. I have done pretty well at locals. Like, I have, or like local league, locals, challenges, cups. I've won 3 challenges at this point. I've second place 2 cups. But I know I am not at the level of that. Now I could Arven here. I could Arven here, but I don't love it, you know? I don't love Arvening here. For, specifically for ESP, for Energy Search Pro. I don't love it. I can grab TM Evo and a Nest Ball and evolve to get... I think that's actually what I do here. I think that's what I'll do, actually. I'll just set up my board. Because I'm in a pretty bad position, all things considered. All things considered, in a pretty bad position. Just because I need to boss and Energy Search Pro right now. Now I have some decent draw power next turn. And then they make the first move. They need to Gust to get a 2-prizer. They can reach 2 prizes. They need 1 more energy in the discard, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be placing some grass energy in the discard right here. To be honest, I kind of don't find Mewtwo too strong. No, Mewtwo is not that strong. Only being able to hit, I think, 280. Or 260, I think is what it hits, because it's 160 plus 120. No, it is 280. Yeah, it hits 280, which does knock out a decent amount of stuff. Knocks out your Raging Bolts, your Goldengos, but cannot reach a Dragapult, cannot reach a Charizard. But I mean, Spidops kills Charizard. Who are you going to kill here? Please take the one with the Rigid Band. Please don't read. Damn, I was hoping they didn't read. I was hoping they didn't read. It's fine. They take the prize lead here, but Mewtwo's a fairly slow deck. They only got 3 cards. I don't feel too bad taking the prize loss here. We get to see 4 cards this next turn off of draw and then drawing 3 more. And then they also need to Gust again, or they will not be able to knock out this Goldengo thanks to the Rigid Band. I wouldn't be surprised if a Team Rocket makes it to top cut during NAIC. But I'm also wouldn't be surprised if it did. Hey! Great draw! What a great draw! Everything we could hope for. Everything we could want. 100, 200, 300, and I can still attach. Cool. I'm still doing 300. And I get the coin bonus, draw 2 more. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now I could Stretcher here and get back my other gimme, but I don't know if I really need that, honestly. I kind of need this Shaman dead. So we're gonna have to Turo to pick it up because I need that energy back off of it. It might just be put Energy Search Pro, Energy Retrieval in my hand. I think that's what we'll do, just put this in our hand. Play you down. Make it rain. 280 does threaten in, but N also Okos. But also for N, N is weak to grass, so Spidops kills N. Spidop kills N, so... this deck has some pretty decent matchups that make it pretty good. Yeah, the Spidops is the bigger threat. Which is why I like this deck, because I like that Spidops is still a strong attacker. Our 1000th soft reset. We've reset 1,000 times for this go, at least. We already got 2 shiny Totodiles and a shiny Cyndaquil, so this is, you know, our 4th go around. But only our 2nd time we hit 1,000. Our first 2 shinies were both under 1,000 soft resets. This is the first one to make it to, or only the 2nd one to make it to 1,000. Which is pretty crazy. Stop cheating. Am I cheating? Murkrow? Why are you playing Murkrow? I mean, I guess that's pretty good. Torment is pretty good, but I don't really care that much. Okay, we still got the boss back. The boss there is what I was most concerned with losing from all these cards. While Energy Search, or not Energy Search, Spirit Energy Retrieval is important here, I also wanted the boss to be able to boss up Mewtwo. Rocket Rush is pretty good here, Another Dango. Coin bonus for 1. And you just get literally everything you need, don't you? I would love to get a Dreepy down. Literally everything you need. The difficulty here is off of the Superior Energy, I can only pull back 4 energy. So I can only hit 200. I can only hit 200, and my Earthen Vessels are pointless because I've already drawn all the energy out. So I could instead just hit 150 here and kill Spidops. Because I could put down Monkey Dory, actually. Adrenabrain over 30 to the Spidops. I am a little concerned with Murkrow. Tiny bit concerned with Murkrow's Torment. That we could boss and kill that instead. Keep ourselves from being tormented. But I mean, they could get that back pretty easily. So I think killing a Spidops is a little bit more important. I think killing Spidops is a little bit more important, and then we can always deal with the Torment. We can switch. We can Professor Sada. Like, there's a lot of ways around the Torment, because the Torment only affects active. So a lot of ways for us to get around that. So I'm not going to be too upset with it. If I could have just got more energy back, I definitely would have went for the Mewtwo. That's fine. Got 2 energy for the discard. Also, I don't know why did they put the Articuno down before they knew what I was playing? I mean, I guess the Articuno does keep them from being mind-bended, from being confused, but I mean, I almost rarely am going to use that as an attack. When did they place the Articuno? When did they bench it? Did they bench it early? Well, did they open the game with it? I'm so confused. Where is it? Nestballed. Nestball. Yeah, I don't know why they Nestballed for it. Seems like an interesting use of their bench space. But don't get me wrong, I do really like I don't think the Rocket deck is a powerhouse by any means. I think there probably are some ways to make it a little stronger. Some different builds that could probably work for it. I do think it is a really cool deck, though. I think it's a really, really cool deck, and I am super excited to build it at some point. They have almost decked out, by the way. They have 5 cards left in their deck. Ah, they got the Rocket Energy. That's fine. I have Cypher Maniac in hand. So, I'm just going to Cypher, switch, and then just switch Goldango into act. Or I'm just going to top deck switch. Are you guys ready for this? I'm about to top deck switch. It'd be crazy. I didn't. We'll coin bonus first. Coin bonus again. Or Arven. Who cares about Arven? Actually, I should coin bonus. Countercatcher is fully just fodder here. Right, Cypher. Or switch and Superior Energy Retrieval. Coin bonus. Here's the thing. What do I want to do with this 30 damage? I don't know what I want to do with this 30 damage from the monkey. I could put it on active. And then I only need... I only need 1 energy. Yeah, let's just do that. I mean, here would be good if they don't get the Evo, but that's a future... That's a future problem. How many energy do I have in discard? Just the 1 I just placed. Alright, we are now in a pretty strong position to win the game. They need to take 4 prize cards. Rocket's Mewtwo can only take 2 prize cards a turn. I don't know of anything that they have in their deck that would allow them to take an additional prize card. So we are just in a solid position. There are ways they could really harm us. Their equivalent of Iono would hurt really bad. But they've also gone through a lot of their deck. And they're... Earth and Vessel. We could just see a concede here. Okay, they did get the Spite Ops, so our evolution play wouldn't have worked. They counter catcher... What? Yeah, because it is minus 30. They do play the Archer. That's the card that is their equivalent of Iono. But we get the Cypher, so we're fine. Man, this does remove all of our damage that we are able to push with Monkey Dory, so it might have been better to just push 30. I need 6 energy. I have 1 in hand. My Earthen Vessels are gone. It's gonna be a little tough. So like I said, we haven't won. We could very well still pretty easily lose here. Arvin doesn't get us anything. Boss's Order buys us a turn, but I mean that's not really worth anything. I really want to see energy or Ultra Ball is pretty good. Alright, we've used both of these draws here, so now we need to Cypher. Pheasantipity could be pretty good. I have 3. Okay, so I have 3 energy in deck. So I need these 2 energy from the discard. And then I need 3 of these energy. That's not going to be that easy to get. So maybe instead of Fez, let's grab Ultra Ball. That way we can stretch. Or we can thin out just, 1 more card. And then grab the Superior. Ugh. Ugh. Gonna be a tough one. How much energy is in discard? 2? We're gonna Superior to get back 4 anyway, so we might as well get a full 4 back. Grab Pheasantipity. Please give me energy. Well, because they just have it next turn. Yeah, they just have it next turn, so it actually doesn't matter anything that I'm doing here. They just fully have it next turn. So I'm only doing 250. They just have it. They just got... Oh, you know what I should have done? Oh, I'm so stupid. I mean, I had all the energy in deck. I should have promoted Shaman and retreated. I should have... Okay, so I'm gonna have to... I'm gonna force them... I'm just gonna have to force them to have their bossing. Well, that's their win con here. Is they have to Giovanni me. I don't know why you're giving me the shrug emoji, bud. That's my potential win con. Yeah. You can't shrug emoji me and expect me to know you have that in your hand. Like, it could be prized. Or you could have also only play... You could only play 2 copies, and one of them is prized. So I don't know why you're shrug emojiing me. You know, we played to our outs. That's all you can expect to do. Play to your outs as best you can. Pretty good matchup for us. Where theoretically we should be able to win this matchup, and it's truly just because we didn't draw the card we needed. Can't really be too upset about that. We didn't brick. We played the best game we could do. That is a game you could be happy about losing because you're like, you played the best you could. Truly only lost because you didn't draw into what you needed. I just mute that because I find it more annoying. I mean, I even hate the thumbs up. I really just wish that there was just like a GG button. That is less of, because I don't know, just these avatars, the way they smile, just makes me feel like they're sarcastic. They just feel like they're trying to be rude. I'm like, I just want a button to say like, oh, good game. Be like, hey bud, you got it. Good game. Hey, there's to show you that it's not scripted. Could be a Raging Bolt player incoming. Which is also not a super strong matchup for me. So it's a good one to test. If it is Raging Bolt, I want to go first. But I don't know just off that outfit if it's Raging Bolt, so I'm going to say no, I want to go second. But if it was Raging Bolt, I'd want to go first. Not with this opening hand, though. Gross. This is a good turn 2 hand. I had someone I was playing with at locals the other week. They were like, am I allowed to decide if they won the coin flip? And they're like, can I wait to tell you if I want to go first or second after I see my hand? And I'm like, no, that's the whole point, is you have to say first. All right. Ethan Cynicwell, or Ethan's Typhlosion, another bad matchup for me since they are a fire attacker. So it'll be a fun one to test. I'm interested to see how relevant this deck is going to be to NAIC. And knowing that they are going to be going for that they're going to be going for their Ethan's Adventure and potentially using it to set up their board state, I feel pretty comfortable. Oh my gosh, 2 of my Goldangos are prized. That's not great. That's not great. So I guess I'll evolve a Dreepy off of this Team Evo because I don't want to attach a Metal Energy here. I don't know, maybe this is the bad call, but we'll see what happens. Almost clicked the wrong attack there. He went against this one's got absolute body. It's a pretty cool deck. I'm interested to see how well it's going to do. It's a little bit slow to set up. I don't know how consistent it is. I have no idea how consistent this deck is to know how afraid I should be. But I know just a nice little rare candy gets them attacking. I need to see with the Typhlosion card because I don't remember how much damage it does without any Ethan's Adventures in discard. Badu makes sense. Okay, they're going to play the Adventure, which allows them to search for 3 combination Ethan's Pokemon basic energy cards, put them into your hand. What'd they grab? A Typhlosion, or a Quilava, which is pretty cool because bonded by the journey, search your deck for an Ethan's Adventure. Pretty cool ability. That's true, you don't want a rare candy here because of Ethan's Quilava. I forgot about that. Alright, so they are going to Badu me here. Badu doesn't hurt all that much if we're able to draw into just 1 energy. But I mean, right now, like, this is not a super strong position at all. Not a great top deck either. Hey, we got the water energy. We got the energy now. We just need a Goldango. Give me a raw Goldango. Alright, well, at least turn off your Dunsparces, I guess. Alright, we'll go for a minor errand. We're gonna run and do a little bit of an errand. Okay. This is another deck that I, man, I was really hoping they didn't have. Really hoping they didn't have it. It's another deck I want to play a little bit. Hey, thank you for pulling out the Typhlosion. I want to see how much damage it does. 40 damage, plus 60 for each Ethan's Adventure. So right now they have 2 in the discard. So right now they're doing 160 damage. Right now they're doing 160, which is super effective. So they're doing, what, 320, right? Pretty sure that's math. Yeah, 16 plus 60 is 32. What I was wanting to check is if Rigid Band really helps in this matchup. It minuses 30, so it takes that 160 to be only 120, which is 240. So it is a little bit better. Is a little bit better, but as soon as they get one more Ethan's Adventure in there, it doesn't matter. Like they just get it. They just get it. Well, Artisan first. Put down maybe a monkey. Actually, I do like a monkey. If they can give me one more damage counter. If they can give me one more damage counter. Let's put down another gimme in case they end up killing this one. Recon. Look at 2 cards. Hey, it's a gimme. Can I get a boss? A boss would be great. A boss would be great. Do we pass here? Do you think that they'll Badoo us one more time if I pass here? They have a 5-card hand. They're pretty set up. I mean, I'd just be killing a Badoo, which I don't really want to do. I don't really want to kill a Badoo. Oh, damn it. It doesn't matter. My darkness energy is prized. My darkness energy is prized. That's insane. That's so upsetting. That's so disappointing. That's so disappointing. So they're going to Badoo if they don't get boss's orders. Because they're not going to put Typhlosion up to kill Gimme Ghoul and then allow me to knock it back out. If I could have just grabbed my darkness energy there, if they Badoo me this turn, I would be in such a strong position. So another reason like this matchup is also not great is because of the fact that it's a single prize deck. And since it's a single prize deck, I'm taking 1 prize card, they're taking 2 prize cards because they always hit for knockout. So it's not great. We could start prepping energy on Drakloak to take out their Dunsparces. But I mean, that only works twice because we only have 2 bosses. We have 1 counter catcher. This is just not a good matchup for us because they hit so hard for weakness. We really only win if they end up bricking, and their Dunsparces are pretty good draw power. Alright, they do not boss this turn, so we are going to see another Itchy Pollen happen here. I don't know what they're going to grab off the Arvin. Maybe another Ultra Ball to prep. Another... Maybe the redeemable ticket if their 4th Ethan is prized. Maximum belt. Because I was like, I don't know why else they aren't Ethan's adventuring here to get their final one in the discard pile and set up another Typhlosion. Maximum belt, I think that does 50 more damage to EXs. Yeah, which does nothing in this matchup because they already have the weakness, so it doesn't matter. Or we could put down Pheasantipity. No, it only does 100 damage, so... Yeah, dang, if only I had darkness energy, I would be in such a happy position right now. If only I had darkness energy. I would be so pumped if I had darkness energy. So unbelievably pumped. Come on, just give me the boss. Just give me the boss. Please give me the boss. Please just give me the boss. boss. Please just give me the boss. Please just give me the boss. Sucks. Really sucks. Are both my bosses priced too? I didn't even look. No, they're both there. They just didn't want to come out. That's cool. That's real cool. Real cool. Again, I don't think the rigid band matters, and it definitely doesn't matter on this guy who already has 30 damage on him, so we're just going to attach it there to just get it gone. Alright, make it rain. Watch me grab a darkness energy. Yeah, it's true. If I would have Iono'd, I would have gotten a boss. You're not wrong. Bright side here, when they do kill, they do take the prize advantage. And my counter catcher is activated. Bad side, it just doesn't matter. They're just gonna, I mean, they just go knock, 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 and win. Oh, no, 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 I don't want to take Chikorita. I want to look to see if anything else is shiny. I'm just spamming it. I was about to start my adventure with a Chikorita. Yeah, right now they're hitting for... Oh. That's an interesting choice. Because the rigid band doesn't matter. I know the rigid band doesn't matter. I just placed it so that way if you Iono'd me, it was just out of my deck. I understand the rigid band does nothing here because you're already hitting for enough damage that it just doesn't matter. Because you're hitting for 60, 120, 180, plus 40. You're hitting for 220. The rigid band doesn't matter. I just didn't want it in the deck if you Iono'd me. Now, like, you're hitting for more than enough damage. It's an interesting... I guess it's the... You know what? It's the only turn that they're going to have Counter Catcher online. So I guess might as well use it. You know, might as well use it if you can. We do get to Monkey Dory some damage across the street to them. I don't really know what I want to do with said damage, though. Oh, we're definitely cooked. We're 1,000% cooked. 2,000% cooked. There is nothing but cookage here. We're gonna save that Iono for a good time. Our only hope is that, like, for some reason their Typhlosions are prizes 2, 3, and 4, and they just don't pull the Typhlosion. I don't think this 30 damage matters anywhere to, like, pop up damage, to, like, set up damage, because they're just always going to take the knockout. So I think we'll just put it here to just make it be less damage that we need this turn. I think really that's the only real gain that we get there. Same for the Venture Bomb. It's just really not going to do anything for us because 50 damage doesn't do anything unless they for some reason decide to start bedewing me again, and I don't anticipate that happening because, again, they are gonna win. They are gonna win. Had we been able to take 2 prizes earlier, I at least would have felt a little bit better. But I mean, here they just take another 2 prizes. I attack again, and they just take 2 more prizes. I think an out could be to attack with Monkey Dory. So I think Superior Energy back, send up Monkey, and at least confuse. Give him a 1 prizer. Could be potential. Could be potential. Does that give me a knockout, though? It does with the Venture Bomb. If I can get the Chikorita into active. Okay, well, it's no longer a Chikorita. So that doesn't matter. Because I can hit for 6, I can hit for 80. I could kill one of their Dunsparces, which is, you know, something. But again, that puts me 3 prizes versus 2 prizes. And then the next turn they just win. Chikorita, Cyndaquil, whoever they are, whatever their name is. Whatever their name is. This is just a great matchup for them. But yeah, we're gonna send this guy up. We will Iono here. So actually, maybe we don't. Well, we could energy retrieval, couldn't we? We could energy retrieval because, I mean, putting it back into the deck is fine. Because we haven't used Energy Search Pro yet. So we do that. Do I have another gimme that I can Artisan down? No, I don't. That's fine. And we will Rocket Bomb first. I don't care what happens here. Okay, well now I don't want to know where I want the 2. Okay, put the 2 here. I'll just put the 2 there. And then we'll Iono them down to 2. We'll play Jamming Tower. And then we'll Mind Bend for 60, and they're confused. But I mean, it's pretty easy for them to get around this. They just attach an energy, retreat, evolve, attack. I mean, it's pretty easy to get around this. Or they just flip a coin and attack, you know? They could just flip a coin and attack. It's not that big of a deal. Bonded by the Journey. Do they... Oh, yeah, they got their other Ethan. No, they already played their Ethan. Now they're just checking their deck. Because they got their other Ethan out already. So they're just checking what's in there to decide what they want to do. 5 cards. All they need is Energy and Typhlosion. And they should be able to get that pretty easily. And then otherwise, I mean, they just take another prize next turn. There's not much I can do. What do they stretch her back for? Just energy. Now we just need okay, man, never mind. Never mind, they just get it. They just grab it. They just get what they needed. I mean, and if they get heads here, we just concede. If they get heads on the attack, we just concede. Because they got game. Even if they get tails, they do 30 damage to themselves. It puts them in... Actually, if they do tails, we get knockout. But again, it's still pretty difficult for us to even kind of have a chance at energy there. Yeah, they put energy on the Quilava, so they'll go for the attack. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's either heads or tails here. Please be tails, please. No, I thought that was the tails. Oh, man, I really thought that was the tails. GG. GG. I honestly have no idea how much of this we'll see there. I have no idea how much of this we're going to see at NAIC. It does seem to be a pretty decent single prize deck. Which, like I said, I do want to play at some point. I just have not played yet because I was just prepping the guys for NAIC. Prepping the Dango. But I would like to try Ethan's Typhlosion at some point because it does seem pretty fun. You never see the Macargo. I did see Macargo Ho-Oh the other night. Ho-Oh box, I beat it. I've only played it once and I beat it because it's pretty slow to set up. So it's pretty easy for me to just kill Ho-Ohs and take 2 prizes. And as soon as I get the prize, as soon as I take the prize lead, it doesn't matter. That's why that is a difficult one for me. Ethan is, or the Typhlosion deck is a difficult one since it's only single prizes. So even if I take the first prize card, they just immediately take 2 prize cards, and then I only take 1 prize card, and then they take 2 prize cards, and I take 1 prize card, and then they win. So not a lot to do there. Mesotronic, thanks so much for the follow. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Got a Hoot Hoot inactive. First owl we've seen all night.
Does that say 2014 on it? It does say 2014. That's cool.
First owl I've seen tonight. This could be Eevee Box. This could be Raging Bolt. This could, for some reason, be Terra Box. Fan Rotom, so doesn't answer the question. Could still be any of those decks. Because a deck that plays Hoot Hoot typically plays Fan Rotom. Flareon Box is a pretty fun deck. It is Flareon Box, our other worst matchup. Great. Man, really out here playing our worst matchups back to back. What a great day to be me. Hey, if I can just play them today and not play them this weekend, if I can just play them today and not play them this weekend, that'll be okay with me. Don't play Dango? Nah, don't play Dango. I like Dango. I think it's a good deck. I think it's a fun deck. Absolutely gonna play it. And at this point, I'm in too deep to make any decisions that would have me doing anything different anyways at this point. Team Evo's prized, but that's fine. I wouldn't want to Team Evo in this matchup anyways. I wouldn't want to let them just boss and take the knockout, so I'm fine with not being able to reach that. I really would love to get Team Rocket's Watchtower out right now, though. Team Rocket's Watchtower is what shuts down their deck. And if you can get it out early where they can't search for the... before they can search for... No, actually, no, I don't want to attack. I want to mirror and run. Before they can start using their owls. Ah, it's such good stuff. And it also shuts down Eevee EX and the Eevee that can evolve the turn it gets played. Retreating into Fam Rotom just to kill Gimme. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Alright, we'll promote Gimme. We'll Pheasantipity. We could Fez Codebreaker, but I mean, we're only taking one prize, which doesn't feel good either. Oh man, we're only taking one prize, and that feels so bad. I need that one prize to be the Eevee. Alright, I need to kill the Eevee. Alright, we Cypher. I want Counter Catcher, and I want Team Rocket's Watchtower, right? Because I can Night Stretcher to get back Metal, and then I have 2 energy to get the kill on Eevee. Okay. That's what I want, what I really, really want. Is it enough? Is it enough? Hey, we got an extra energy too. Got an extra energy for my troubles. And an Energy Search Pro and a Goldango. Wow, truly all the people I wanted. Truly all the friends I wanted. We want a Team Rocket's Watchtower. We want a Rigid Band. We want to attach for turn. We want a Counter Catcher Eevee. Do I want to Stretcher back the Gimme Ghoul? I could Stretcher back the Ghoul. Yeah, let's Stretcher back the Ghoul. The Ghoul. And then let's make it rain for 100. Puts them into an awkward position here. They still have an 8-card hand, and then they're going to draw a card. So theoretically, they'll be in a pretty okay position this next turn. So the reason why the Rigid Band is super important here, the Rigid Band I take 30 less damage. So if they get Flareon out somehow this turn, Flareon is not going to be able to knock me out. But they do play down Terapagos. You got a Watchtower! Your Knocked Owl does nothing! Your Knocked Owl does nothing with Team Rocket's Watchtower. They're going to concede. Here comes the concede in 3, 2. They're just going to kill. That's fine, bud. You can just kill Gimme Ghoul. That's fine, bud. So funny. I'm like, well, what you doing, bud, playing down a Knocked Owl? What you doing? Oh, that's good stuff. Oh, that's good stuff. Alright, flip the script for 3. Let's go. I should have Energy Searched Pro first. Bit of a misplay on my part. bit of a misplay on my part. Now we could boss and kill the Hoot Hoot, really slowing them down. Like really putting them in a really bad position, but I won't do that. I mean, they could boss and kill my Dreepy, I guess, but that's fine. I'm gonna take 2 prizes here and just kill this guy. 1, 2, 3. Quickly somehow change your entire deck to N and take 2 prizes. Yeah. Real fast. Eevee Box is the worst matchup for this deck, but Watchtower is the only thing that makes it somewhat bearable. Watchtower is the only thing that makes it somewhat bearable because it turns off... Team Rocket's Watchtower turns off all normal type abilities. What do you fans treasure? The Terapagos? Okay, that's interesting. Are you going to try and go for a Noctowl again? Maybe they top-decked Area 0. I don't know why you'd put it on your bench. Counter Catcher. Are you going to kill the Dreepy again? I mean, I guess I should really stop giving them a 70 HP-er to knock out. I guess I should really just stop giving them a 70 HP-er to knock out. That's kind of on me. That's kind of on me. Are you going to retreat into the Eevee? Because it also turns off this Eevee boosted evolution ability, which is kind of funny. I do need to kill this Eevee, though. I do need this Eevee to die. Do I want Iono here? No, I don't want Iono here. What did I just put to the bottom of the deck with their Iono to me? Did it put a Cypher? 1 Cypher was put to the bottom, and I have played a Cypher. I put 12 cards on the bottom of my deck. 12 cards on the bottom of my deck. I think we draw and see if I can draw into Cypher first. Okay. But I do get the 2 Earthen Vessels, which is pretty good. And they only take 2 prizes here, so we should be in a fine position because we'll take a prize. So this should be pretty okay for us. Not gonna get rid of that. Oh no! I thought I had more energy in there. I thought I had more energy in there. Oh no. Give me another energy, please. Okay, thank you. I was like, oh no. I'm in danger. I'm in danger. No need to Iono, because Iono hurts me more than anything else next turn. So, no need to Iono. Yep. Alright, I should just be able to win now. Because even if they take 2 prizes here, I only need to take 2 prizes. And I also currently survive a Flareon attack. And they also need Area 0 to be able to use their Noctowl. Or I mean, they need a stadium bump. They need to get rid of my stadium that I have down. Which I think the only stadium they play is Area 0. Let's go! My worst matchup. And we won it. Watchtower goes hard. Watchtower goes hard. Watchtower is how you survive Eevee Box. Without it, you're screwed. I definitely shouldn't have been continuing to give them 70 HPers to knock out to keep taking prizes off of. That was that was a poor play. It was more so I was like, I want to just try and set up. But I was at a point where I had 2 attackers ready. There was really no reason for me to keep doing that. But I mean, also, yeah, the other thing is it kept my active from taking damage, which meant I would have survived a Flareon. So I guess it's fine. It's fine. We won in the end. And isn't that what matters most? Winning. I want to go first? No. No. I want to go second. Unless you're playing Raging Boat. Alright, we're gonna Turo and immediately pick up our Giving Goal and lose. Okay, could be Guardy, could be Grimmsnarl. Could be Mirror. A lot of things play Monkey now. A lot of decks play Monkey now. 2 monkeys going down? Probably Grimmsnarl. Probably Grimmsnarl. It's Grimmsnarl. A lot of decks play it though, so you can never be too sure. They're playing all 3. They're getting their monkeys ready. Okay. Just get bad matchup. This is actually this isn't a terrible matchup. Assuming my picnic basket fixes this matchup. It's still not great, but the picnic basket does make this matchup a lot better. Arvin. Oh, perfect. I have Earth and Vessel in hand. I was like, man, I really don't want to attach, water energy here. I'll grab you instead. I only have 1 metal energy. Both of my other metal energies are prized. What the heck? What the heck? Oh, what the heck? What the heck? Also, a darkness energy is prized. What is happening here? Why is all half of my prizing energy? Someone didn't shuffle very good. Someone did a pretty bad job shuffling. I'm always so afraid I don't accidentally click them both. Hey, Sam. Games are going okay. Hey, but that's a good thing, Welsh. That's a good thing that we're getting bad matchups. I would rather test against bad matchups than test against my best matchups. Because I know how I deal with, like, Gardevoir, or how I deal with, like for Alligator, or like random nonsense like that. Artisan for a monkey. Coin for 1. Let's go. Coin for 2. Oh, let's go. Ooh, but I don't have energy to attack. But I could draw energy to attack. So we get rid of Turo. Well, get rid of Shaman, get rid of Fez. So I can get Fez back if I need it. I was like, well, actually, I like Turo in this matchup. I do like Turo in this matchup. Alright, well, that doesn't get me an attack. I can only hit for 50 damage here, so that's not good. We're gonna pass it. Hope they don't do anything. We aren't gonna hit the 50. Oh, yeah, we have done 1,025 resets. That's how many Pokemon there are, so that means this is gonna be the shiny. Avi. Oh, okay, we're not. Alright, just pass it back to me. Just have nothing and pass it back to me. That's what you should do here. Have nothing and pass it back to me. Or Iono. Iono's not terrible here. I do lose my basic darkness. I probably should have just went ahead and attached it to Monkey, but it's fine. We get the energy surge for us, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go. I'm tired. Good luck. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for swinging through. We could Cypher to set up our next turn. Because there really isn't anything I want to boss. I think I would rather kill a monkey. I think I would rather have a dead monkey than anything else. So I think we Earthen Vessel the Nest Ball away. And we just grab 2 energy to be able to kill the monkey. And we just kill monkey. And then I Cypher Maniac to put a boss's order. And because if they start Badooing me for whatever reason, put a boss's order in I mean, I don't know. Because I already have ESP in hand. I don't know what they would end up attacking me with if not that. Maybe actually we just Cypher to put a Cypher on top. Nah, that feels bad. That feels kind of bad. That feels kind of bad. I don't know if actually I want to Cypher for anything then. Do I need a Night Stretcher for anything? Nothing that I want. I mean, I can grab the water energy, but I don't need it. I have Stretcher in hand. Alright, I'm just going to hold this hand and see what next turn gives me. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill Monkey. And see what they pull out next turn. I mean, that's really just what we're at right now. We'll just see what they can... See what they pull out. Jamming Tower. Not super great. I don't really want to turn off my own Rigid Band. Not that Rigid Band does a lot to fix math here, because they hit 180, 180. So they would be 150, 150, which is still enough to knock. Yeah, they played on another monkey. If they get Spike Month, they could get an attack this turn, but if they don't get Spike Month or Frostlass, even Frostlass isn't that scary this turn. Because they can't do anything with it. And in fact, I could just immediately shut down their next turn by just Picnic Basketing and just deleting all the damage that they just set up. But I think I would want to wait the Picnic Basket a turn. They're going to grab Spike Month here for sure. But I don't know if they want to attack. I mean, Spike Month Rare Candy to attack with the Impotent Active could be their play. They did just Professor's Research away a Rare Candy, but they typically play at least 2 or 3. Yeah, Rare Candy, Spike Month, Research, and Rescue Board. So they could Rescue Board probably onto one of the monkeys or the Frostlass, but they'll probably just hold it in hand to see, like, what, if anything, I, like, try and trap inactive. I do like the version of this, that plays Energy Switch. Energy Switch is pretty good on this because you punk up, put an extra energy onto your active Grimmsnarl, and then Energy Switch at 20 of your monkeys. I think that's pretty cool. They just go in for the Shadow Bullet. Alright, could be an energy, it could be a bat. Let's Spike Month first. See what's in here. Only 2 energy left in here. Do I even have enough to get a knockout? 4 plus those 2 is knockout. So I do need the 2 in deck to reach the knockout, because otherwise this is just 250. So I do need the 2 energy in deck, but we will need Energy Search Pro, which is fine. Not overtly a huge deal. Again, Rigid Band doesn't super matter here, especially because of the Frostlass, so we will just go ahead and Jamming Tower, because again, it doesn't do a lot. We will go ahead and ESP to grab those 2 energy out. It's an interesting Frostlass art, didn't even know that was what that was. Oh, yeah. That's kind of cool. I don't think they're playing, they are playing the Snow Run as well, that has the IR. Illustration Rare. Do I even care for Picnic Basket right now? I don't think I do care for Picnic Basket this exact turn. Because I think I actually... Because I need the damage that's on But I could monkey it away from here, which isn't awful. And it also removes all the damage that they have there to be able to push over. The 60 damage they'll be able to push to my side of the field, which does feel pretty bad for me. Does feel pretty bad for me for them to be able to push 20 damage to my side of the field. Alright, so we're grabbing Picnic Basket and also putting Cypher second. But I'm only going to coin bonus for one. I'm going to get my Picnic Basket, and then I am not going to coin bonus again. Then we're going to coin bonus, remove all the damage. We're going to play this guy down. We're going to push 30 damage. You should put in Pidgeot to what? The Goldango? Ah. No room. No room, and I would end up turning it off anyways with Team Rocket's Watchtower, which is my main out to dealing with Eevee Box. Pidgeot is good, don't get me wrong. Pidgeot is a good draw supporter. But I mean, Goldango has enough draw power with Cypher Maniac that I don't really need Pidgeot. Alright, Freezing Shot still put some damage on, but now they only have 30 damage to push to our side. Now that we can only do once. We can only Picnic Basket one time. Only do it one time. And that was the one time we could do it. That was the one time we can do it. But unless they get another stadium out, the jamming tower is in play and they cannot use that rescue board that they got in hand. But they can just free retreat. Or not free retreat, they can just retreat by discarding energy. Discarding the 1 energy off the Monkey Door, which isn't a huge deal, but 1, 2, 4 energy there, 3 energy in the discard. They only got 1 energy left. Grimmsnarl typically only plays 8 energy. So we'll see what they do here. They'll definitely find another stadium here, so their rescue board should be back online. Actually, they only have 1 more Artisan, because they typically only play 2 Spike Month, 1 Artisan, so they might not have another stadium. Oh, okay. Oh! I haven't seen ones playing Team Rocket's Watchtower. Team Rocket's Watchtower, such a solid card right now. It doesn't do anything to my deck, but because I don't play any normal Pokemon. But I just want my locals with a Donk Moon EX. Nice. Are you donking due to poison? Pushing. We also, what we need to be very afraid of in this matchup here is, and it's what they're playing to right now, is the TM Devo, TM Devolution, which right now they do it, and we get 30 and we die, and that is what they are currently playing to, which is not good for us. We do not want to be Devoed. We do not want to be Devoed. 2 Moon, 2 Peach, 2 Brute. Nice. I, for one, hate donk decks, especially the poison ones. I don't hate the people who play them, because, like, yeah, absolutely play that deck. I hate that they exist in the first place, because it's just like, come on, really, Pokemon? Why would you not allow me to play the game? But I don't dislike people for playing a deck that is obviously a good deck. Push 30 there. I need you and you. I have both stretchers, but I only need 1 stretcher. So I got enough damage on them, so we'll grab a stretcher. Okay. 7 cards left, which is perfect. Because if they Iono me, we should be fine to recover. I mean, I hope they don't Iono me, but right now we should be in an okay position because we have down another Gimme Ghoul. We have down another Gimme. So we should be okay. Because they're only going to take 2 prizes off the Devo. They're only going to take 2 prizes off the Devo, so we should be fine. I played Dingo, you know, for a me. That's funny. That's funny. All right, here. So actually, they do take 3 prize cards here because they push if they go for the Devo play, but they also need to get Devo. As far as I know, they don't. I mean, they don't. They haven't put it in hand off of like Arvin or something. So if they've raw drawed into it, they've raw drawed into it. But right now, they have no attacker this turn. They have no impotent that they can set up. So we should be... I'm feeling okay about this. But they can take 3 prize cards with a Devo if they push 30 damage to my Drakloak, push 20 damage to my Drakloak, push 20 damage to Goldango on the bench. Because that puts all of them above 70 HP. And means that they all die to the Devo, because when Devo removes the evolution Pokemon, so it'll put Goldango into my hand, Goldango into my hand, Drakloak into my hand, and then all 3 of those basics, the Dreepies and the 2 Goldangos, each have 70 HP and they just die. That's a interesting counter catcher. That's a pretty bad counter catcher play there. They should have counter catchered up like my Monkey Dory or something. Because when you Devo me, it's going to kill the Dreepy, so then I just get to promote the Gimme Ghoul and I just win. An interesting play. And you just professored research, so there's no Iono, so I just win. There is, like, I'm going to go ahead and write in my column of tracking my plays that I just win here. It's impossible to lose at this point. Because you've chosen to professor's research. You've given me 3 Goldangos for the 1 Gimme Ghoul sitting on my bench. I have win in hand. I don't even have to do any sort of coin bonuses or anything. I just got game. So that's pretty exciting. That's pretty exciting. Shaman potentially can help in that matchup because it does turn off the Shadow Bullet. They can't hit the bench, at least for our non-evolved Pokemon. But because of the Frostlass, Shaman is not a good... You should not bench Shaman in this matchup. Does not help. Such cute snow. Yeah, the art for those snow runs though are great. This is why people should stop playing Grim Garden Bolt. Hey, we finally got the rocket sleeves. Love that. Guys, I pulled it. I pulled it. I really got it. I'll print it and now I'll have it in real life. Alright, I'll probably play 1 or 2 more games here. Call it a night. Gotta pack. Gotta get some packing done. Yeah, I feel good about this. Like, we obviously had some bad losses tonight, like, but the losses, like, we lost to Typhlosion, which is just, we're not really gonna win that one. We did beat Eeveebox though, which is one of our worst matchups. And then of like the Rocket Mewtwo that we lost to earlier, Like that was just, we whiffed it by 1 card. So in a best of 3 scenario, I feel pretty confident that I would have won the best of 3. So I'm feeling pretty good. Do I think I'm gonna like have an insane run this weekend and I'm gonna win it all? No. I'm going with the intention of having fun, having a good time, and with the goal of doing better than I did at my last, which was Atlanta. And I placed like 1,000th something because I won 3 games and lost 6 of them. So my goal is to just win more than 3 games. Pretty easy goal to achieve, I think. And I feel a lot more confident in my playstyle at this point. And since then, I've almost won a cup. I got 2nd place. It was again one of the worst matchups for the deck I was playing. I've won 2 challenges since then, and also performed really well at like my local stuff. So I'm feeling pretty good. When all is said and done, I am feeling pretty good. What is this? What nonsense am I playing here? I have no idea what nonsense I'm playing here. I could Cypher. I'll hold Cypher, because if this hand stays and I don't get Iono'd, I attach, retreat, evolve Cypher. So I'm gonna let this hand stick. I'm gonna let this hand stick and see what they do. I'm very confused as to what the Barboach is. Good thing I didn't Cypher. Although I probably should have attached to the Dreepy. That's fine. I know what the Dunsparce is for. They're there to draw. I have no idea what the Barboach is for. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Is this a mill deck? I don't know. Hey, a Dango. Just what I was hoping for. If it's a mill deck, then I am a little screwed, since Goldango has such high draw. Wishcash Mill? Oh, I haven't seen that at all. Cool. I'm excited about that. That sounds like fun. He said sarcastically. I mean, I guess let's just start taking some prizes. Am I right? Am I right? Do I really want to energy search right now? No, I don't. I really don't want to energy search right now. I could just pass. I'm gonna just pass. Sure. Let me look up this Wishcash. I want to see how much it. Yeah, see, that's why. I was like, it's an Iono. I'm not doing that. For each fighting energy touch this Pokemon, discard the top card from your opponent's deck. Oh, damn. Okay. That can do a pretty decent amount of milling if they... I mean, but it is just fighting energy. If it was just energy in general, it'd be a different story. Hide, flip a coin of heads during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from effects of attacks on this Pokemon. That's pretty funny. Oh, wait, what did they flip? What did they flip? Oh, they got tails. Cool. We just kill it. Cool. Alright, we'll just take the knock here, I guess, because I have what I need for the knock. I don't really need to set up anything else on the bench right now, so I don't really feel the need to like coin bonus or anything, because I have Cypher in hand that sets up my next turn. And if they end up Ionoing me again, it doesn't matter all the cards I put into my hand or judging me, so we'll just take out the Barboach. Boss in hand, that's pretty good. Like that. Love to see that. Alright, what is this, a Titan EX that they're potentially going to throw out here? Potentially Snow Camouflage. Whenever an opponent plays an item or support a card, put all effects. That's kind of cool. But I don't know if that's what they're going to play or not. I need one more energy. Can I get one more energy, please? I don't want to give them an Artisan. I'll put it in my hand, because I don't want to put Superior in my hand. I already have a Superior in my hand. I don't want to Cypher for the energy, because I kind of want a boss here. I mean, Superior for only 3 energy feels kind of bad, but, I mean, we could do it. Hey, Earthen Vessel. Hey! Energy. Cool! Oh, that's you gotta look and see weakness, chat. What am I doing? Gotta look at stupid weakness. Yeah, when I first started playing in the Pokemon TCG, and then played for another 4 months, so I was not new to the game at all. I took Charizard Pidgeot to a cup, and I was doing pretty good. This was last format, so like we still had like Luminion EX and all that fun stuff, and I was doing well. I was doing very well. And then I really hope this person succeeds. And then I sat down across from a Gardevoir, and I started out pretty strong, and I was about to win the game, but I was missing damage on Guardy. I needed to do like 20 more damage, and I couldn't do it. So I just ended up passing. Or no, I didn't pass. I bossed and killed a single prizer instead of just killing their Gardevoir. And it wasn't until after the game that I realized if I would have just attacked, I forgot to look at stupid weakness, and Gardevoir was weak to dark. But that's when I was like, damn it, I was like, I really have to pay attention to like actual weaknesses, and I was just really dumb to do that. All right, those are both my bosses. So I got no more bosses to boss. So I guess we'll just kill a Dunsparce. I guess we'll just kill a Dunsparce, and I'm not going to draw my deck because I don't want to, if they end up milling me, I don't want to draw it. And if they mill my energy, I have a superior in hand, so I can just get my energy back. I'm feeling pretty okay here. I would love to see a Dunsparce EX, because that's at least a 2-prizer. I just win. Hey, they finally got an Artie down. They finally got an Artie down. And it's a Ethan Sudowoodo. Oh, I just win, no matter what happens here. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. That's fine. I'm chill with that. I'm chill with the inability to retreat. But just concede. Please just concede. Save us both the time and just concede. I need one more prize, and I have 28 cards in deck. You aren't gonna get me there. You aren't gonna get there. Imagine I said all that and they somehow pull off a win here. Counter catcher, oh no! Are you gonna try to intimidate and do 70 damage? That's cool. Oh, I guess they're gonna impound and keep me from retreating. That's probably what they're gonna do, is keep me from retreating. Watch me top deck Turo. Watch me top deck Turo. Oh, well, they just concede. They're just gonna go ahead and concede. They're just gonna go ahead and concede there. They're just gonna go ahead and concede there. That's rough. Oh, yeah, it's reverse fought at basic. It doesn't do anything because it's an evolution requirement. That's so funny. Yeah, that doesn't count. That doesn't even count. When am I ever going to see that deck ever again? Definitely not an NAIC. I mean, it might. Someone might come and play that for fun. Alright, what do we got? My favorite part of TCGL, Flip Coin Simulator, where we sit here and wait forever to decide who's going to go first or second. Opponent has chosen to go first. Give me the God opening. Okay, well, you know. Mulligan works too. Only one Molly. Not the opening I was hoping for. Not the opening I was hoping for. I'm gonna be honest with you. Mew EX could be Raging Bolt, could be Guardy, could be literally anything else. Ditto, I'm guessing Raging Bolt. Yeah, it literally could be everyone. Like, Mew EX just gets fit into so many decks. With the Ditto down... The Ditto to the Fan Rotom!
It could be Moon. That's right. Yeah, I haven't seen Chimbao in a while. But you're right, it could be Moon.
But the Ditto to the Fan Rotom is funny. Ah, it's Eevee Box again! My worst matchup! That's fine, we just gotta do what we did last time. I beat them a few games ago. I beat them a few games ago, but I had a little bit stronger of a start when I beat them a few games ago. That was not it. That was not the start we wanted to see. That was not the start we wanted to see at all. I am pretty bad at guessing. Alright, they got the Flareon out. Area 0 down. They're gonna attack with the Fan Rotom. Because, like, why wouldn't they? But I honestly don't hate them taking the knockout here. Does Eevee Box play Wellspring? Oh, they just win. They just win with a. Oh no, they played Brock Scouting. Never mind. They played Brock Scouting, so they don't. I was like, they just win because they just need to. They just need to get the Sparkling Crystal, but never mind. All right, well now we just win. Now we just win. Probably, right? Why would you should have definitely attacked with the Fan Rotom. That was definitely a huge misplay. Absolutely a wild miscalculation on your part. On one part, I do want the Rigid Band, but I also want to turn off their Owls. They have a 4-card hand. I'm going to turn off their Owls. Yeah, they got 4 cards in hand. The likelihood of them having another Area 0 in hand, pretty low. Pretty low. Throw away the Fan. Throw away the Fan. This is not a difficult choice. Throw away the Mew? Throw away the Mew, your draw power? When you already have a thin hand? What are you doing? It's fine with me. That's fine with me. 100, 200, 250, and I have taken the prize lead. That's such an interesting choice they've made. Now, I don't have a super strong bench presence. Like, I don't have another Goldango down. I don't have another Gimmighoul down. But I at least have one of each. But I feel okay. This hand is not super strong. I mean, Pokegear and Fez is pretty nice. But like, also if they just leave me the Fan Rotom, I kill the Fan Rotom, and now I'm on an odd prize trade. And now you can't Briar me. Got this Superior. I'm set. I'm set. I got the Superior. And I got the Goldango. What a great Iono you've given me. Okay, they did get the Area 0.
Good Iono for them. They got the Area Zero. Did they get an Owl as well? Terra needs schooling. You're not wrong. Yeah, I'm really confused with what their build is. I don't know why if they're playing the Flareon box, box, whatever you want to call it. It's a good deck. It doesn't need Wellspring. I don't know why the Wellspring ad. It's probably so they can try and get a donk like that, but especially with Shaman being here now, that just feels like a waste of a placement. It feels like a waste of a placement for them. This deck list is strong. Yeah, I mean, it's a good deck. Oh, show. But you should have just attacked with the Fan Rotom and forced me to have to gust, other than letting me take 2 prizes. The Iono was great though. Got rid of a lot of cards that I would have enjoyed the Fez if they would have got the knockout, but I do enjoy getting a Goldango and getting a Superior. Looks like they're gonna retreat and take the knock. So we do need a decent amount of energy here. They choose not to attach any energy because they did not prep another Eevee. But I do need to get another Pokemon because, I mean, even if I get a setup here... Oh, thanks. Cool. I was like, even if I get a setup here, it doesn't matter. Grab both of those. I don't have enough for the attack, though. I don't have enough for the attack. Because I grabbed 4 off the Superior, I'm doing 200. I need 2 more because I need to do 300 damage. So I'm not doing enough damage. Maybe I actually need to just grab Nest and get Fez and hope I draw into it, because otherwise I don't get it. I think I have to Fez and hope I draw into it. I think that's the only play I got here. So otherwise I don't get enough energy. I hate this. I don't like this at all. But I mean, the Rigid Band at least keeps me alive. I mean, if they attach, they can kill it, but... Damn. That's unfortunate. That's super unfortunate. That's super unfortunate. Super duper unfortunate. I'll go ahead and put the 150 on there because they don't play Monkey, so they're not going to push the damage back. But I can potentially Arven for it if they whiff the second energy. Because if they just attack with what they have right now, the Rigid Band, I survive. We'll just go for it and see what they do. Gotta play it at my outs, and that's really the only one I had. I had to go for the Fez because otherwise I would just draw 2 energy, and I would have missed it by 20 HP, which sucks. Six cards in hand. They should have absolutely at least attached an energy. They should have attached an energy to their active. There it is. So they should have done this when they attacked with Eevee last time is what I mean. So they do get the knockout here. Crispin is a choice. Since they already pull energy. Golden!
Bravo!
Happy anniversary. Wow, 5 years.
Happy 5-year anniversary, babe.
5? That's crazy. Thank you so much for the 5 years. That's crazy. 60 months. Alright, we probably just lose here. But I mean, anytime we sit down across from this matchup, we probably just lose. It is by far our worst matchup. Should Vessel. I think we'll be able to get the energy back off of Sphere Energy Retrieval. Because they only need 1 energy. We could counter catcher. Could we? No, that doesn't do anything for us. I was like, we could counter catcher. I mean, counter catching just stalls at this point. Even anything else. I mean, maybe. I mean, Iono. I mean, before this turn, it wouldn't have helped us. We wouldn't have got the knockout. Fez was what we needed there, unfortunately. I would have preferred to have Vesseled, but no need to Fez anymore since he doesn't have any attacker. Wait, what? No way he attacks with Latius. He has Eevee. Eevee's his attacker. All he needs is just another Flareon. It should be pretty easy for him to get an attack. It should be pretty easy for them to close it up. Iono. I can't Iono because I need energy. I mean, when you have 2 Goldengos. Do you mean last turn? Like when I pulled the Fez? I had to pull the Fez. The Fez was the only way I could potentially get enough energy for a knockout. Had I grabbed Earthen Vessel and Earthen Vessel for 2 energy, I would have missed the knockout by 20 damage. So I would have needed 1 more energy. And I had no way of getting that additional energy. Fez was my only coin toss of a hope to see if I would have potentially drawn into either a second Superior or a second Night Stretcher. Because otherwise, all I had in hand at the time was 1 Superior, which would have just gotten me back 4 energy. And I need 6 for the knockout, but I also needed an energy to attach because I didn't have energy on board to attack with. GG's. Iono could have been great there, but unfortunately, needed to attack. And I drew it too late. It is what it is. I understand that is my worst matchup, and we played that one pretty well. We had a pretty strong start. Can't be upset. Can't be upset about losing to my worst matchup. Truly, the only hope is if I sit down across the table from an Eevee box during NAIC, I sit down across from them when I'm like 3-0, so I'm not as distraught about a loss. So that way it doesn't kill momentum. But hey, I'm going to do one more soft reset here, and then I'm going to call it a night so I can go pack. No shinies there, but that is A-okay. Hey, thanks everyone for swinging by tonight. Was a great time, was a fun time. I'm feeling good. We kind of went even with our wins and our losses tonight. We played 10 games tonight. Won 5, lost 5. But of those 5 losses, one of them was to a wall deck that was playing Cornerstone. We have no outs to Cornerstone. And we also, I don't anticipate seeing Cornerstone very much, so I don't really care. We lost to Grimmsnarl, and that was because we bricked really hard. But otherwise, I'm actually really comfortable with the Grimmsnarl matchup. We lost to Rocket's Mewtwo because we whiffed 1 energy. But in a best of 3, I feel really confident with that. We lost to Typhlosion, Ethan's Typhlosion, which is another one of our worst matchups because it's a single prizer that hits for weakness. So I'm not super surprised there. And then we lost to an Eevee box, which is our worst matchup. We whiffed it by 1 energy. We beat a Joltik box. We beat an Eevee box. We beat a Grimmsnarl. We beat a Mill. I feel pretty good with that. We'll see how it goes. As always, if you haven't already joined the Discord, you can keep an eye out there. I'll keep you a little bit updated with how the weekend goes. If you haven't already, feel free to switch over to the YouTube, youtube.com/@PokemonWizard or @PokeWizard, !PokeWizard. If you're here watching on Twitch, we'll get you there. You can go watch my vlog from Atlanta, which was my first regional I ever went to. First regional I ever went to was Atlanta. And I'll be recording another vlog while I'm gone this weekend. You can see all the fun we get up to. But anyways, thank you all so much for hanging out. Was a fun time. Golden, thanks so much for the resub. Thank you for chatting. Nice deck, by the way. Thank you. Good luck at NAIC. Thank you, Sam. All right, have a good night, everyone. I will probably post a new Week at a Glance this weekend at some point. Uploads will continue as normal. Pokemon Unbound will be uploading Tuesday and Saturday. I don't know what my stream schedule will be next week, so anticipate a stream schedule appearing at some point. But anyways, next stream will at earliest be like next Wednesday or next Thursday. But have a good night, everyone. See you later.